Good morning, students. Welcome to your computer class. In the previous class, we had done the practical of the chapter Photoshop, in which we have seen the work of different tools which we were using for the formatting of a image. So now we have got the new chapter, Introduction to Flash. So in this chapter, the topics which are going to be covered are Flash, starting Flash, how we will start the Flash, and a little introduction about Flash. How will you create a new Flash file in this? What were the components of the Flash window? Then set up a new Flash stage, layers on which we are working, animation in Flash, how the animation takes place in Flash, adding frames, creating frame by frame animation, okay, creating twin and saving the Flash file. These all topics will be covered in this chapters, okay, in this chapter, not the chapters, okay, by mistake it is spoken. So now, without wasting time, we are coming to the topic Flash. What happens in this beta? In this, you will see that Flash is a multimedia software specially designed for creating vector graphics. Okay, remember this: vector graphics, animations, games, web page components. So this is a multimedia software which is used to design, create the graphics, animation, games and web page components. Flash is also used for making a video over the internet. So this is also a good feature in Flash. In Flash you can insert an image and add animation to that image. When you run that function, it is playing a movie. Like as you have seen, many other softwares are also coming in which you are just inserting your picture and adjusting them, framing them, and when you play that picture, it looks like they are playing a movie. The Flash Player plugin allows users to view Flash in their browsers. Nearly all current web browsers support Flash. Means now the browsers which are coming, the current latest one, they are also supporting the Flash. So this is a small introduction of Flash. Now we are coming on a next topic, features of Flash. What are the features of Flash? First one, create illustration and other artwork. Okay, it creates the illustration, means example, and other artwork. Flash has many drawing tools that allow you to create vector graphics. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what is a vector graphic. See, what are vector graphic? Vector graphic actually are the computer graphic images that are defined in terms of points on Cartesian plane, which are connected by lines and curves to form a polygon and other shapes. Okay, these are vector graphics. Okay, as you remember it. Okay, here the dots are given or the lines are given and you are joining them and creating a figure. Okay, so that is your vector graphic. Are composed of lines, curves and polygons. So it is given over here also. Conversely, if you see, bitmaps are made up of pixels. The main benefit of using vector graphic in Flash object or project is that they are smaller in size and these graphics can be downloaded at a very fast speed over the internet. Okay, so if you create a graphic, it will be easily and fastly downloaded from the internet. So that's why This is the feature of Flash which the people were using. Now next, work with symbols and instances. Symbol are objects in Flash that you can reuse. Okay, symbols are the objects in Flash. You can draw, erase, add or remove instances on one layer without affecting another layer. As you can see, the layers were there in Photoshop also. If you are working on first photo, that shows the first layer. Then you come to the second photo, it starts a second layer. Then you come to the third layer, it starts a third layer. Okay. If you do any changes in the first layer, that does not affect the second or third layer. Okay. So that's why it is said that symbols are objects in Flash that we can reuse. These objects can be graphics, buttons, movie clips, sounds and videos. These we can be reused. Copies of symbols that are used in Flash movie is called instances. Okay. So the copies of symbols which are used in a Flash are called instances. Now create animation. There are many ways to animate in Flash. You can create animation by using a frame by frame or motion twinned method. So two methods are there, motion twinned or you can create with frame by frame. So here you have seen you can draw, erase, add, remove instances one layer without affecting the another layer. You can also hide layer and lock layers. You can also use layers for organization in a more complex Flash discount, and they were very helpful in working with multiple animations. Okay, so remember this thing, that you can also use the layers for organization in the more complex Flash document, and they were very helpful in working with multiple animations. Now next topic is, okay, there are some parts also released. There are two main types of Flash files you can use to create a Flash movies. First one is .fla and second one is action script. .as action script files. Flash documents are the base file type you use to create a Flash movies. Flash organized with application Smart Tech developed by Jonathan Gay. Gay was the co-founder of Future Wave Software in 1993. So presently, Flash developed and installed by Adobe and popularly known as Adobe Flash. So these update your knowledge are also important as regarding your examinations. Okay. So till this you have heard about Flash. Now how will you start Flash? So starting the Flash, the process is click on Start button to open Start menu. A list of installed apps appears on the screen. Yes. Then scroll down and click on Adobe Flash Professional CC. Flash Professional CC opens with a welcome screen in front of you. I think I don't have Flash CC, that's why it is not opening. I will hope if I find out from somewhere I will show you. Now creating a new Flash file. Flash files are called documents or movies. Flash file are called documents or movies. You can create a new document in Flash to design artwork or create an animation. Okay. So remember this one. Flash file also called documents or movies, and you can create new document in Flash, design artwork or create animation. So first what do you do? Click on file, then the file menu appears, click on new. You can also press Ctrl N as a shortcut from the keyboard. You can also press Ctrl N as shortcut keys from the keyboard. The new document dialog box appears. Then next click on the document type you want to create. If example you will take, we have selected action script 3.0 from here, the arrow. Okay, so a description of each type appears in this area. In this box you can see here. So click on OK. A blank document appears in the Flash. So if you see over here, you will see that Flash is used for making advertisement and games. Mostly you have seen that it is an animated part because it's a multimedia program. So it is used for making advertisement and games, and there are various websites available where Flash games are available free to play online. So now some of the sites name is given over here: www.friv.com, www.novelgames.com, and www.flashgame.net. These are the websites where you can get online games to play made on Flash. Now let's see what are the components of Flash given in this. So see, here's the window comes. The Flash program window has a number of components with which you must familiarize yourself before working with graphic and movies. Okay, so let's see what are the things in this window. So as usual, first menu bar, then title bar, under that file name tab, and current scene. See here it is given current scene. Okay, the arrow symbolizes. Then here properties tab, workplace menu, workspace menu, sorry. Then library tab, we will get all the things, the library. Tools panel, different tools are provided over here. Stage, where you will work. Frame by frame work, frame number is given. Layers, different layers you will see over here. Timeline again, and timeline button. Okay, these all things are over here. Let's see what are these. So next, title bar. As usual, the same definition. Title bar displays the name of the open file and allow you to open, close and minimize Flash window. Okay. Next one is menu bar. Menu bar is a special toolbar that displays the Flash menu names. Okay, so menu bar is always, it's a special toolbar that displays the menus of different windows also, so in Flash also. File name tab. This tab shows the name of the current file on which you are working. If two or more files are open, you can switch from one file to the other by clicking a tab. Okay, if you have opened more than one file, then what you can do, you can switch from one file to the other. Tools panel. It has the basic tools for creating and working with vector graphics. Okay, so for vector graphic you are having the tools panel. Current scene, it shows the name of the scene on which you are currently working. Okay, working on some scene, so it will show the name of the scene on which we are working. Now we comes to the stage area. In this area is also known as Flash editor. A movie over graphic displays, the white one you have seen just now. Stage, work area. The area surrounding the stage is called work area. Anything placed on this area does not appear in the movie. That means the stage, the center you have seen which, okay, see the stage, the white portion, it is surrounded by the work area. Okay, so anything placed on this area does not appear in the movie. Now library tab, it is used to organize and select symbols to add to your movie. Whatever symbols are there, it will select and add to our movie. This is the work of the library tab. Now property tab, it is used to view and edit properties of the current object. Okay, whatever the properties were there, it will show the current object's properties. Workspace menu, it allowed you to switch between workspaces and create a new ones. Okay, when you create a new one, it will allow you to switch from workspace to new. Okay, timeline, it is used to design the timing for the sequence of the movies. In this part, frame are highlighted that you can choose for playing the movie. Whatever frame you choose for the movie, it will be selected. Okay, and the sequence of the movies will be done with the help of timeline. It will show on the timeline. Layer, it enable you to keep pieces of artwork separate and combine them to form a merged image. Okay, layers enable us to keep piece of artwork separate and combine them to form a merged image, such as company logo that includes a layer of text and another layer with a graphic shape. Means here is a logo in which a text is written in this box. So we will have this layer different and this layer different. This layer will consist of text, and this if there is a graphic, then another layer will have a graphic. Okay, so the different layers are there and we are working. If you select the layer, second layer, you will work on second. If you select fourth layer, then you work on fourth layer. Timeline button, scattered around the timeline are the buttons for controlling frames, layers and movies. These are used to control the frames, movies, layers. Now frame, what is frame? The length of time in a flash movie are divided into frames. They enable you to control what appears in animation sequence and which sounds play. Okay, so frame by frame work is there. Okay, so the movie is divided into frames. You see the movie, so you don't think that, oh, it is continuously it is moving, but now there are frames which are merged together and they have played like this that you don't see the frames. Okay, so it's all done by the flash. Now frame number, frame appear in a chronological order in the timeline and each frame has a number. So the sequence of the number is selected and kept. Okay, so this is frame number. So I hope you have all got the information about the window, means the components of the flash window. Now understanding the flash timeline. Okay, see, like Photoshop you have done, in this also you have to remember all the things and concentrate on this. Okay, because now the chapters are totally different from the previous classes. You have to keep your mindset for these. It's not like that you have read and done the question answers. If you want to learn something, then of course you have to focus on this. The flash timeline contains the frames, layers and scene that make up a movie. Okay, so what are the three things you have seen? First the frame, second the layer, and third the scene that make up a movie. You can use the timeline to organize and control your movies. Layers are representation of depth in space, while frames are representation of time. Okay, so these layers are the depth presentation space, but frames are the representation of time, and frames can be used for building animation over time. Okay, now see the current space. It is displaying the name of the scene on which you are currently working. Now layers, see here layers are made. Layers to organize artwork, animation, sound, interactive elements. Layers enable you to keep pieces of artwork separate and combined and them to form a merged image. Means the artwork are separate and it combines them to form a merged image, such as a company logo that includes a layer of text and a layer of graphic shape. Okay, now on timeline button, here you can see the timeline button. Scattered around the timeline are buttons for controlling frames, layers and movies. Now see here about the frames. Length of time in a flash movie are divided into frames. Okay, the length of the movie is divided into frames and they enable you to control what appears in animation, sequences, and which sounds play. So frames appear in a chronological order in the timeline and each frame has a number. As already we have seen, okay, the frame numbers. Now you will see the playhead. While trimming or merging the songs also we see these playheads. So playhead also called the current frame indicator marks the current frame displayed on the stage. Okay, see these. While you are trimming some video or cutting or adding or merging, you will see these. Till where you want, you just drag that. So playhead, here it is given. Okay, these are the playheads above and bottom, and they as a frame indicator marks the current frame displayed on the stage. Now layers and layer button. You can have numerous layer in a single frame. Okay, so layers can be many in a frame. Okay, inside a frame there can be different layers and a single layer have their own single work. Newer layers are listed first. Whatever the new layer comes, it will get on the first and the old one will come below that. Okay, understanding the drawing toolbar. Okay, so these are the toolbar which you have to understood while using it in a program. So remember these also. Okay, if you remember the name of these, then you will be able to find it easily. Now arrow. It is used to select and move items on the stage. It is used to select and move items on the stage. Now sub-select. Okay, below that see again an arrow in a white. Sub-select. This displays edit points that you can adjust to change line shape. Free transform tool, used to transform graphic objects. Okay, it is used to transform. Free transform means from anywhere you can change the size, length, height of an image. 3D rotation, see this sign, 3D rotation, used to rotate a symbol in 3D space. It shares a space with the 3D translation tool. Now lasso tool, like in Photoshop. Here you have a lasso tool which is used to select irregularly shaped objects on the stage, and it shares a space with polygon and magic wand tools. Okay, so first they select the irregular shaped objects and then they share the space with polygon or magic wand tool. Next you will say the pen tool, used to draw precise curves, and it shares space with tools to modify your Bezier curves. Okay, so it will help you to draw the curves and also share your space with modify the Bezier curves. Okay, text, used to draw text boxes to enter the text and edit the text. Line, used to draw straight lines. Rectangle, used to draw square and rectangular shapes. This tool shares a space with a rounded rectangle tool. Okay, here you can see rounded rectangle tool. Now oval shape. Polystar, oval, used to draw oval shapes, circle shapes. This tool shares a space with oval primitive tool. Next polystar, use it to draw polygon shapes. For drawing polygon shapes you will use polystar. Pencil, used to draw freeform lines. Okay, you can use pencil. Brush, you will use to fill color, much like paintbrush. Bone, used to create objects with inverse kinematics. It shares space with blind tool. Paint bucket is used to fill color, and ink bottle is used to add strokes. Okay, now dropper, used to copy the attributes of one object to another. Like eyedropper we are using, it choose the color of the face where we can use that to other place. Next, eraser. Already know eraser used to erase the parts of graphic object. Width. Use it to embellish a stroke by adding widths of varying thickness. Hand used to improve your view, the objects on the stage in the work area, and zoom to magnify your view or zoom out for better look. Now come to color tools. So here stroke color is there, which is used to select the color from lines and shape outlines. Likewise, fill color is there. Use it to select for a color fills. When you fill the color, then you will use fill color. Swap colors are change your fill color to your stroke color and vice versa, means opposite. And last one is black and white. Reset your colors to black and white strokes. So this area of the tools panel displays option when each tool is activated. When your all tools are activated, then this area will be displayed. So by default it appears on the far right side of the program window, but you can even drag it to the far left of the window. So remember that by default it appears to the far right side of the program window. Okay. Now this much we have seen. Understanding the flash time, current scene, layers, timeline, frames, frame number, these all you have seen. So revise this also. You have understood the drawing toolbar also. Now set up a new flash stage. For that, what you have to do, when you first open a new document in Flash, it is good idea to set up your stage size, format rate and background color. Stage is the on the screen area where you can view the contents of a frame and draw graphic objects. Okay, so this is the area where you can draw the graphic object like as it is drawn. So changing the frame rate, what happened? The document's properties appear below the published setting. If properties tab is not already open, then open it by clicking window and then properties. So click the number of FPs, means frame per second, which is going to be used, and type new frame rate, frame per second. The example shows frame rate is 24. Now click on the edit properties setting. Document setting dialog box appears. Select the measuring unit, pixels, from unit list box. Type the height, width and dimension like as shown here in the picture, your flash movie, and click OK. So your flash movie is now set to your desired dimension. Okay. So as you can see, the steps are also very important. If you are going with the steps, you don't have any problem. Okay. So see here, you have set the frame per second. So you have set 24. After that, you have clicked on edit properties and in that document setting. Then your measuring unit is pixels from the unit list box, and type the height, width of the dimension like here it is doing. Okay, in this box. And then you can press OK and your flash movie is now set to your desired dimension. So in this video, I am leaving till here. In the next class, we will be discussing about layers. Till then, I want you to revise what I had said till now. Okay, because if you will not revise it, not read it, then you will not get the concepts. Okay, so it is must to revise to know, because this is the starting point. If you revise from here, if it is set in your mind, the steps, the function or the things what you call them. Okay, like here if I ask or someone ask you about, you know that this is the stage, this is the work area, this is the frame, where the frame number comes. These all things you must know. Okay, so it will be beneficial for you. Like in Photoshop, I have told you, you know that this is the healing tool, this is the brush tool, what is the use of this. Likewise, this is the animation part. Okay, so I hope you will practice it, read it. When we will meet in the next class, we will be discussing the other topics. Okay, so till then, goodbye, take care. Okay, and read the things properly. After that we are having layers, use of layers, adding and deleting layers, how will you delete and add layers, okay, working with layers, renaming, naming, these all things we will be seeing in this chapter. Okay, okay, once again thank you all of you.